my geeks and freaks? Big Girl Geek here with a brand new recap and review. And today I'm here to recap and review Supergirl, Season 4, Episode 15, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Y'all know what time it is. It's time for the
3, 2, 1.
Alright, excuse me while I just adjust this a little bit. Sorry. Alright, that's better. Okay, so Season 4, Episode 15 of Supergirl, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? The world premiere of Lex Luthor, played by Jon Cryer. Now, I put this episode off a little bit because, like some other fans online, when the casting came out about Jon Cryer taking on this iconic villain, I was a little like, I didn't watch 2.5 Men, but I know Jon Cryer from the old, if you want to call them old, I guess they're old, Molly Ringwald movies, that era. Ducky, I know him as that. That's and I had such a crush on him watching that when I was younger. But I'm like, Ducky, I don't know about that. But we'll see what you'll see what I thought about him taking on the role at the end during my review. But I did put it off, and I finally watched it today. And let's get into this review. Okay, so we start off with a flashback, and you guys been following me. You know flashbacks are my favorite way to tell a story, and you also know I have my notes because I do not want to miss anything when discussing this review with you guys. Okay, Metropolis, 4 years ago, Lex and Luthor, we see how Lex ended up in prison. He somehow kidnapped Lena, had her tied to a chair, seems to be his favorite thing to do, and he is, he somehow cast a red sun over the entire city of Metropolis. So we know red suns render Kryptonians non-powerful. They need the yellow sun. You know, we as humans cannot live under a red sun. We need the yellow sun as well to survive. And he's going on and on about Superman. A police helicopter flies by. He just blows it up nonchalantly, like didn't mean anything to him. And he says that, Superman is not the future, he's the future, things like that. And, very Lex Luthor-y speech. He even says, I want to see if the Kryptonian pretender can bleed, which I don't know if they did that on purpose, but that obviously shoots to when Superman says in the Dawn of Justice movie, or Batman says in the Dawn of Justice movie, I want to know if you can bleed. Superman then later says it in the Justice League movie. So, then cut to Lex, cut to present day, and Lex is sick. He is dying of cancer. He has taken on too much kryptonite fumes, if you will, and is giving him some type of cancer, and he goes to see Lena for help. We see James, which is what I thought the episode would have opened with, but it was more of a Lex Luthor episode. But in the last episode, James got shot. The person that shot him presses his Apple Watch, Superman Apple Watch. It sends the signal. Kara wakes up and goes to save him. Excuse me. Eve lets Lena know about James, and then Lex and Lena have a back and forth about that relationship. Lena rushes to the hospital, of course. Like I said, they don't have any chemistry, but I kind of like them together, even though they don't have chemistry, which is really weird because in order to like a couple, they gotta have some type of chemistry. I don't know. I guess I just like them together because it gives James something to do, honestly. I don't know, but we'll see what happens with his character. He has a spinal injury, and he's bleeding, and he has to go back into surgery. All this bad stuff. Whatever bad can happen when you get shot, that is what's happening to James Olsen. So everybody's at the hospital. The whole cast is the whole Team Supergirl is at the hospital. John thinks it was Manchester Black who shot him. Alex wants Lena to use a serum on James, even though it's not ready. She leaves. Lena leaves, and John goes to find Manchester Black. And Kara makes an excuse as to why she could go with why she needs to go. She needs to go take care of Catco, even though Alex is like, James is your best friend. I didn't know they were best friends. They don't seem to act like best friends, but okay, we'll go with that. And she, makes an excuse as to why she has to go. She's actually just obviously going with John to find Manchester Black. John and Kara arrive at the place where John's father passed away. Manchester Black is there with some type of weapon that he got from John, because as many times as John is trying to link it to Manchester Black mind, Manchester Black can now see into John's mind due to that. They have some type of psychic link. So we cut to Lena and Lex. She broke up with James. She reveals to Lena and I get Lena and Lex Luthor confused, all these L's. Lena and Lex are together, and Lena reveals to Lex, come on now, why she broke up with James, because she didn't want James to find out that she has been working with Lex, because of course he wouldn't approve. He's Superman's best friend, and Lex is Superman's, you know, arch enemy. Brainy and Nia are at the hospital waiting for word on James, which is kind of weird because they're off to the side at the hospital. They're not really with Alex or anything like that, and they are blaming each themselves. Like, Nia's blaming herself, Brainy's blaming himself. They're just having a blame fest. James' sister shows up out of nowhere. Her name's Kelly. She's the next of kin, and she decides to make the decisions because the doctor, you know, needed a decision made about going back to surgery, and she approves for the doctor to go back into surgery. But when Alex first sees James' sister, she gets a little tingling feeling. You know, she's like, oh, she's pretty. You could tell by the way she's looking at her. So I'm predicting that they are going to be a couple. Lex is obviously playing Lena. He tells her the story about how he met her mom, and, you know, just pulling on her heartstrings and her emotions, because Lena's obviously a very emotional person. He said that Lena's mom sung an Irish song, which thank God he said that, because Katie McGrath is from Ireland, the actress that plays Lena, who I love. I said in other videos I loved her on Merlin, and her, I don't know if she's supposed to be American in this, but her Irish accent seems to slip out. She's not working with a good dialect coach, or whoever's coaching her for the American accent, because that Irish slips right the hell on out sometimes. And I wish they would just let her use her Irish accent and call it a day, because she's not good, like, at maintaining the accent. Eva's talking to Lena. She's trying to get her to, you know, trying to talk her out of working with Lex. A lot of Eve in this episode, which seemed very suspicious to me, but we'll get to that in a minute. Alex and Kelly, James' sister, are talking, and she's trying to convince, Alex is trying to convince Kelly to use Lena's serum. Alex calls Kara because she doesn't know what to do. She's very upset Kara isn't there. Lex tells Lena about, like I said, about her mom. He's continuing to tug on her heartstrings. John is having crazy hallucinations thanks to Manchester Black. Kara and John get back to the hospital. Kara and Alex make up. Nia and Brainy talk to each other. Nia kisses Brainy. It's a whole thing. Manchester starts to depower the whole city using the weapon that he got from John. While James is in surgery, the power goes out. So Eve pops up out of nowhere with Lena's serum that they got to work. Manchester Black and John fight, and as Supergirl is trying to fix the dam, because they're at a dam and it accidentally blows up, and she's trying to stop that flooding the city, so it gives time for Manchester Black and John to fight. Manchester Black dies, quote unquote, because John kills him. I hope this is really, I'm over him in Ancient Liberty, so I hope this death is a real death and not a fake out. Lena gives James the drug right as he is flatlined, so he has the serum. He awakes and he seems to be okay. What superpowers he will have, I don't know. What does that mean? Is he not going to be Guardian anymore? Is he going to become a new superhero? What if they make him a Green Lantern? That would be hilarious. Brainy tries to tell Nia there's nothing going to happen between them. She's like, yeah, all right, whatever, sir, whatever you say. Cut to the ending, the climax. Lex and Lena are together. Lex played her, like I said. He took the serum a few hours ago. He gets out the chair. The cop that was assigned to him is actually old boy in disguise. Can't remember his name. Eve, like I said, was very suspicious. She's been working with Lex the whole time. So they tie Lena up again, knock her out, tie her up. Lex leaves in a helicopter. Right as he's leaving, he sees Supergirl and they meet for the first time. End of episode. So that was the recap. Here is my review of Oh Brother Where Art Thou, season 4, episode 15 of Supergirl. I loved it. I thought this was such one of the better episodes of the season. I think John Cryer did an amazing, I don't want to say amazing, he did better than expected. So he did a great job as Lex. I think he captured the essence of Lex Luthor. I don't know if he read some comic books, also watched some movies, watched some Justice League cartoon, Superman cartoon. I don't know what he did, but I think he captured the essence of Lex Luthor pretty good. He even did the Gene Hackman's version. When he called Eve, he's like, Miss Tessmacher! And that's a classic nod to the Christopher Reeve Superman movie, which I absolutely is my favorite. And, you know, Christopher Reeve is Superman for an entire generation, my generation included. He is my Superman, always will be. May he rest in peace. Gone too soon. But I mean, this is very much his introduction. Love Lex Luthor. The only problem that I have with is not John Cryer, is with Lex Luthor being on this show. Lex Luthor is a Superman villain, and that's the problem I think Supergirl maybe has as a whole. Even when it first started way back season 1 on CBS, it's taking Superman stories and it's not giving Supergirl her own stories. You know, it took so much from Superman, and it's like, that's a Superman story. Like, you know, with the plant, and she was stuck in the dream world, that's a Superman story. That's the man who has everything, that's a clear Superman story. I don't know. I feel like give her own villain. Like, it's cool that she could have Livewire or Banshee, but don't make Lex Luthor Supergirl's villain. That's my only issue with him showing up. But him being Superman, the actor, John Cryer, Superman being Lex Luthor, I think he was spot on. I'm interested to see what powers James is going to have, if any. I'm interested to see where they go from here. Red Daughter, Russian Supergirl showing up next episode. That should be interesting. I'm interested in that. So overall, I give the episode a solid B, if I had to on a greatest scale. But what did you guys think? Let me know in the comments. As always, can't wait to discuss with you. Until next time, I'm out of here, Supergirl fans. Big girl geek out. Peace. Hey, where are you going? You just watched a cool video. Subscribe.